I sound so squeaky today. I'm so sorry.
It's fine.
Fucking prepubescent teenage boy voice all the way today.
Give it some ambiance. I'm recording.
Okay.
I'm recording.
I am recording. And also, Kai, that just means that you need to voice a prepubescent NPC that will never appear again.
Yes.
And take advantage of.
That is true. That is true. When he comes back like the second time, years down the line, he'll have the deepest amount of voices.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Liz, our beloved, would you love to do the countdown as usual?
Yes. Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Ooh.
We good?
Every time I don't hear the clap, and I'm like, this is a trust exercise.
We need
okay.
the reminder that not hearing it is a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
I heard the clap, but it sounded very in sync.
Okay.
Yeah. I think we're good.
All right. Okay. Well, then here we go. Sorry, hairball.
Take your time, no worries. You're right.
I'm good. Just
Drink
choking
some
on my own
water.
spit. I'm good. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Odyssey, Chapter 2, What Toons Are Made Of. Where we left off last time was you were in a forest, after just meeting some ghosts. I realized I forgot to introduce who the fuck I am. I think if you're at this point in the Odyssey, then you know who I am.
Yeah, it's
Otherwise,
fine.
why did you start on episode 12?
This is a bad place to start. Don't start here.
Go
Anyway,
back to the beginning.
To be fair, we're at the start of like a new arc, so it's not the worst place to start.
Episode
but it's
2
not
of the first
ideal.
chapter.
Last episode
like-
was a better place to start if you're going to ignore the first arc. But the first
Yeah.
arc is also really good, so
The
watch it.
first arc fucking rules.
the first arc
It does
was
slap.
traumatizing for everyone involved.
Which is how you know it slaps. I'm sorry, I need to shut up.
All right, everyone. Hi, I'm Kai. I'm the DM. Everyone else introduce yourselves. That's Liz. You're up first.
Oh god, I was like, who's supposed to... Oh shit. Okay, hi, my name is Liz. I'll be playing Miss Foam Forrester, who is a druid. I will describe her as what if you took a dryad and you put it into a trash compactor. And that similar scene in Monsters Inc. where it comes out as a cube. That's her.
Then you had it animated by Felix Coggrave or whatever his name is.
Cold.
It's 100%.
Yeah.
Colgrave, yeah.
All right. Hi, I'm Snail. I'm playing Tsugi. He is a Ghiblian-esque anime boy, who oddly, with his like visible features, like his hands and his face and stuff, very much stays pretty boy at all times. But he is capable of doing gags. But it really sends him into the uncanny valley, and everybody's kind of side-eyeing that.
Love this.
He is our monk, and he is our resident bastard.
Stinky boys.
Horrid. Love he.
The worst.
Love him. Hi, I'm Mock, and I'm going to be playing Biff Hitley. She's large.
Yes.
You're never gonna drop that.
Nope.
Same joke.
I'm just
Not
gonna find a
until
new
it's
synonym
funny.
every.
Last but not least.
Hi, I'm Jay. I'll be playing Francesca Elizabeth Steinbeck, aka Frankie, and I don't have a joke because I'm tired.
It's fine.
That is okay. We'll make jokes
Fair.
for you. Frankie.
Oh.
Boo. Rude.
I'm sorry. Tsugi came out just there. I passed out. What did I say?
He kind of took you over there for a second, didn't he? All right, as I was saying before, where we left off last time were you were in the middle of a forest. Your temporary ally, Bertie, has just headed back to the Museum Hermetica along with some ghosts. Well, not actual ghosts, but like sort of ghosts. They're toons that have lost their bodies, which is a bit of a problem. And it is a bit of a problem that you guys are in the process of helping solve by specifically going about and getting a bunch of weird ingredients for some mad scientists.
Mhm.
As it is, you're in the middle of the bandits' camp. It's kind of a mess. You know that there was a creature that came in here that you may or may not have encountered back at the end of chapter 1. Kind of made a mess of the place. and all the various camping gear of both the bandits and the stuff that the doctors ordered for you guys has kind of been scattered about the place. But yeah, what do you guys want to do?
Didn't we start putting everything back at the end of last episode? We started putting stuff on the cart and we're like,
Yeah, I think you did start on it. Was there anything, like, do you guys just want to pack and keep going? But, like, what are you guys going to do once you're done packing?
I
sort of
mean,
thing?
Frankie's very keen for no particular reason to get out of this forest and get as far away from here as possible, just, in the means of efficiency.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, fair,
I have a really
fair.
quick question. Are we bringing the... Oh god, what was it that we were... I don't remember what it was. Are we bringing that...
Explosives.
Yeah, are
Uh,
we bringing
Gun
the
cotton.
explosive powder back to the doctors, or are we, like, grabbing it and going and continuing?
Or
Or
I
did
don't think
Birdie
you
get
actually
that?
you didn't get time to talk out the doctors for. You do have a standy speaky to contact the doctors with, so you could ask them yourself, or you can just make a decision and
Who
depending on what
has
you want.
that?
Frankie.
Dr. Bombay, hurry, come right away.
Yeah,
I
Frankie
was
has
under the
sound
impression
sneaky.
that we were asked to take this stuff to we were going somewhere with it. It was Toontown, right? We were taking it with
Oh,
us.
were we going to their, like, actual lab?
Yeah,
with
that's
it?
what that's what we were doing. So taking it back and forth
Okay.
seems a bit counterproductive. I thought we were just going to sort of go along like a shopping list. We were just going to do a little tour and then we were heading to. That's what we were doing, right?
Yeah,
I
basically.
just literally didn't remember. So.
No, that's okay. But yeah, no, you basically did just have a straight up shopping list, and you were going to have to take the gun cotton all the way to Toontown as well. If you wanted to go back to the Museum Hermetica to ask any questions, gather up any last supplies, you are welcome to do that, or you can get going, or you can call the doctors and ask what the fuck you're doing next. It's up to you guys. We're not quite full on open world, but it's getting there.
It's always an open world if you try hard enough.
Just
Yeah, but
pick
we
a direction
at
and
least
walk.
try to follow Kai's story, even though we fuck up a lot. We
Fine.
don't do a very good job, but we do try.
I think we do an excellent job. I think we're
We
great at making
literally
a story.
punched the
You broke my
doorknob.
first puzzle.
We were
Okay.
getting warmed up, okay?
And that's what worries me.
I would like to.
I have the best time every single game, and
I
I
definitely
just
wrote this stuff down and I don't know where it went, so.
Anyway, Liz, what were you saying?
So have we checked out the cut of how busted it is? Because if I recall correctly, our good friend Bertie blew up like
Half of it.
Yeah.
most of the supply. So I want to see how that cart is doing, and also, do we need an animal to pull it?
Oh, good point.
Yeah, please give me investigation to check up
Oh,
on how the cart's
goody.
doing.
I do
I'm-
know that one wheel was off.
Yeah,
so
one
we've
wheel
got
had
that
to-
as a starting point.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Just add the D4. 23.
Well,
Shoot.
that's an excellent first roll of the game. Yeah, with that, this cart is a little bit busted up. Yep, there is a wheel off and it looks rather charred at the back. In fact, there's a great big fucking exploded hole in the back of it.
Oh, good.
Good.
But the good news is, other than the wheel that has come off, it looks reasonably easy to repair. It looks like it's going to be a little bit rickety to go traveling in if you don't use magic to help repair it. But if you shove the wheel back on and then use something to cover the hole in the side, it's going to be usable enough. And also, it does have like a tack and a harness for a horse. The horse, you cannot immediately see it, but with a 23 in investigation, you do spot some hoof prints that have wandered off further into the forest.
Excellent. And is the missing wheel like in the
Yeah, it's just on the ground, kind of like next to where the the dead campfire is. So
Cool. Yes. Miss Foam will try and gather the attention of the party, and relay the saying that the wheel to this cart is over there, and it's to be horse drawn, and I believe said horses wandered off in that direction. And she's like pointing at the hoof prints like across the ground as she shuffles around the cart. Um, the sooner we get this repaired, the better. I do believe you have some magic to aid with that. And she's looking at Frankie.
Oh, yes. Pity about the horse, though. I'm sure it will. I'm sure it's a lot happier out in the wild. Who are we to go?
Oh my god, did my internet cut? No!
Liz?
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 Internet.
Liz?
No!
Liz, we can hear you.
Oh my
Oh,
god,
dear.
can you hear
Oh my
us?
God.
Liz is pecking
Hello,
dead.
Liz
pecking
died. Oh shit. Liz?
We can
Hi.
hear you, Liz.
Okay.
You can hear us?
I did not hear anything after I stopped speaking, and I was like,
That's-
I saw my internet connection.
No, that's okay. I don't think you really missed anything.
No.
I don't think we said anything other from Liz. Oh my god.
Pretty much.
Pretty much.
Excellent.
Yeah. Frankie is. She has mending. Which is not particularly super great. I mean, well,
It's not powerful, but you can.
as long as the take is no longer than 1 foot in any dimension. Okay, that's actually pretty. That's all right.
If the axle broke or something, you can
Yeah.
fix that up.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then-
So, and it's cantrip, so she can cast that as many times as she likes. So, yeah, she will get to sticking bits back on. I'm just gonna say it looks like that. She's you know that episode of Centaur World where they're like trying to build a boat, kind of like that. Just
Oh,
sticking
okay,
shit
good.
together.
Very good. Watch
Lots
Centaur
of
World.
glitter glue.
It's.
Okay.
In the background, Tsugi tries to find the horse with with a 10. What happens is you try to track down the horse. You cannot see the horse, and then you feel something eating the sleeve of your jacket.
Nice.
Oh, really? I was going to say, since I was rolling animal handling, I was trying to whistle the horse. It was just as effective as me trying to whistle the horse, which sounds like this.
You know what? That's also fucking hilarious.
I can't whistle. So if the horse comes along anyway, that's great. But please imagine Tsugi just doing that in the background.
I love him kind of like going red in the face as he's desperately trying to whistle really loud and there's just no noise.
It's fine. It's beyond the range of Toon hearing, but horses can hear it.
And Frankie.
Now he feels the horse
Frankie,
nibbling
yeah.
at his teeth,
Frankie's
and he
just like,
snatches
"Ow!"
it away.
Okay. So yeah, with a 10, you do not know, like, again, you know the direction the horse wandered off in. You cannot see the horse as it is, and your whistling doesn't seem to be doing shit.
The horse was eating his sleeve.
Wait. I was gonna say, Tsugi, roll perception to see if you notice, and then I realized, no, wait, you've got that feat that gives you, like, 18 passive perception, don't you?
You'll never get anything by me again with passive.
Okay, yeah, no. Tsugi, yeah, you're whistling. Somehow, this absolutely atrocious whistle does work, and yes, the horse is eating your sleeve.
Amazing.
He's hopping around in the background. I love that.
Roll me strength or dexterity, your choice, to see how well you manage to get free of this horse.
Oh, the horse loves you.
Well, let's see. One was
loves
a plus
tapes.
1 was a plus 5, but it was another fucking 7. So I only got a 12 to try and dex my way out of this horse's
Okay.
mouth.
I will say it's not difficult, because the good news is this is just the beginning nonsense. This is not the actual challenge of this session.
Are you
so-
sure?
It could be.
Well, I mean, considering you guys with doors, actually, horses is going to be the next major obstacle of this entire campaign. You're right, you caught me.
I gotcha.
Please don't. Let's start a running joke of Biff breaking horses as well. That'd be really mean.
No, if Biff breaks
Oh.
a single horse, I'm going to kill her.
Why would she break a horse?
Exactly, that's why.
Okay, Like, Tsugi, you do manage to get your arm free. You hear the fabric tearing a teensy bit, but because this was dexterity, you quickly stop, turn your arm in the opposite direction, and kind of just, like, squirm your way free.
Hey, does anybody want to roll insight?
Every time. I was
Sure.
picturing Miss Foam doesn't want Tsugi to be walking off chasing the horse by himself, so she would be going in pairs, so going with him. But I will always do an insight.
Biff, by the way, has probably just been like, I pick things up and put them down.
Oh my
Bless.
god.
Biff is the best, and
She's
we
probably
adore
done the
her.
thing where like she flipped the cart over the right way. She started
Yeah.
putting boxes
Mhm.
on it. I don't know if the boxes are the correct boxes.
You're just
but
taking them.
there's a
It's
lot
not
of
all the
whatever
boxes.
boxes are around are the ones she's putting on the.
Okay,
Mhm.
Biff, while you're doing this, you manage to pick up this small bag that feels a bit heavy and goes jingle jingle when you pick it up.
I would love to resolve that really quick. Hey, Miss Foam, I'm gonna say that Biff didn't roll quite high enough, but with an 18, you absolutely did. The moment that you hear the slightest bit of tearing, everything in Tsugi's posture immediately screams that this stopped being a gag, and he doesn't follow up with a gag like you were expecting. When he does get out of the horse's grip, he literally just storms in literally the opposite direction of the horse.
F. Yeah, Biff
Ooh.
will hold on to that. She knows what that is.
Another jingle jangle.
I didn't have her steal anything when we were in the museum, and I felt bad about it. But she probably would.
Mhm.
It's shiny stuff.
Listen, this isn't stealing, it's just finding.
Yeah.
I mean, can she open the bag? What's in the bag?
20
What's
gold.
in the
Congrats, you got money.
Nice.
Yeah, money!
This is
Yeah, we'll hold on to that.
yeah, various coins that the bandits have robbed from various other people. As you guys
Great.
and now it's yours. They're quasi dead and off with the doctors. So you know what, your gold now.
Plus, that guy was rude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Steele was an asshole.
Tsugi is gonna be so pissed off that he, at the beginning, tried to find treasure and didn't find anything, and then Biff started picking things up and putting things in the cart like you're expected to, and she found gold, but he doesn't have to know, is the thing.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, she's not being sneaky about it, but he was off doing the horse stuff.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So I think by the end of this, you get everything into the cart. The good news is, while you technically, like Biff, you specifically said that you're just putting everything in the cart.
Yep.
You would have lost half your gear thanks to Bertie's exclusion with the gun cotton previously. However,
Sure.
because you're picking up everything, you're picking up the bandits' gear as well, and have thus replaced everything.
Amazing.
Equilibrium has been restored.
Yeah.
Our wildest dreams have come true. We don't have to sleep on the ground directly.
Yes.
Yes, that's our wildest dreams. We're kind of pathetic.
It's fine.
Aim low.
Mhm.
And we'll never be disappointed. Do we need to need to roll anything in particular to get the horse to go back between the cart?
Someone roll me animal handling. I will say this is a
Ah.
very docile. It's a worn horse. It's very docile. It looks very sleepy. It looks like it's going to be playing while it goes.
Playing
It looks
nice.
like it'll be playing the sort of music as it walks.
Oh, there's like a bass.
It's not built for speed.
Does anybody want to roll animal handling? Because Frankie has a -2.
I can. And can I? She is also going to burn her one of her speak with animals. And go,
Nice
hello
full
there,
hour.
friend. What is her animal handling?
The horse doesn't respond. It just kind of like looks at you, nods.
Fuck, that's a nat one. I think
Oh,
is either nat one
You
or
managed to
three.
insult the horse.
I'm afraid that
Wow.
the best thing that I can think of happening is you do get launched into the nearest tree by the horse's back hooves.
Well, it was.
Like, hang on, let Kai.
I was gonna
Sorry.
say it's that, or again, like you say hello. The horse kind of looks at you, does that slow blink, one eye than the other, and takes a couple steps forward, and then chomps on the mushroom.
This is like the mushroom. He like bites on the mushroom. The head lifts up. She goes with the horse.
Yeah,
just
yeah.
lifts off the ground.
Yep.
And she's just standing there. Okay.
Well, she's
You
not
all right
standing
there,
there
dear?
anymore.
Yes.
Hanging.
Hanging around. So the hand like comes out of the cave hole and just like smacks the muzzle. Like, please put me down.
I don't think the horse wants to be quite honest.
Yeah, that's a nat 1 is the thing.
Yeah.
I got a 6.
Wow.
I think with
Frankie just grabs Miss Foam and pulls.
Miss
Me?
Foam stretches in the same way that you would when pulling the transform tool in like Photoshop or something.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
There's not even any squash on the horizontal to make out for the fact that she's just. Anyone else want to intervene here? The horse is still enjoying his snack.
All right. Fine.
There we
you
go.
See,
Tsugi.
the horse likes you.
Tsugi comes back. You guys notice that there's nothing wrong with his sleeves. They're immaculate as per usual. He sort of like you could see that he's hating doing this, but he like tickles the horse underneath the chin. The horse sort of like pops their mouth open. He sort of like comes up to the side. His hand sort of strokes the horse's cheek. He is horse girling the horse while hating every moment of it.
Fucking
The horse,
incredible.
yeah, the horse lets go of his foam. His foam goes twing off, and
And take Frankie with her.
and very sleepily plod over into the cart and allows for like the horse collar to be placed over it with zero fuss with a 19.
Yeah, that's a good girl. A girl who's not going to bite my sleeves anymore, right? That's a good horsey. So good. Are you guys gonna get in or what?
I like to imagine that Frankie and Miss Foam are in fact already in the cart.
I mean-
just got flung there.
Oh, no, that or consider Biff with a baseball mitt having to catch Miss Foam.
Just still in the
Oh
sky.
yeah, no, that's yeah.
Yeah. Just
Biff has to step up onto the cart to catch them over
Uh-huh.
her head, and then now everyone's in the cart.
Yeah.
Great work,
we're so
everybody.
good at
We
this.
solved Kai's cart puzzle.
We solved Kai's cart puzzle.
We're good at D&D.
And
We're
this,
so good at this.
and this is why I actively allow for a minimum of half-hour bullshittery at the beginning of each session.
Oh yeah. It's essential. Otherwise we'd never get anything done.
Yeah.
Um
All right. You'll learn.
Tsugi does go up the front of the cart because all of you guys have shown yourselves as complete nincompoops. He will be the one with the raids. He sort of like and does the light little reins whip, which doesn't actually, it isn't like the full, like he pulls out a whip and goes at the horse's behind. It's the reins whip thing that gets horses.
Yes.
Yeah.
How do I establish that Tsugi does not hurt this horse in the most convoluted way possible?
You can say
You're doing a good
flick.
job.
I can say flick. That's the word I was looking for. Remind me of that next time before I go in circles.
It's okay. You okay, Kai?
No one on this no one in this game is fucking neurotypical.
No, we all have ADHD.
Yeah.
This was a mistake.
Sometimes
Too
it
many
just be like
words.
that.
Tsugi probably has BPD. I haven't established that yet, but probably.
Yeah. All right. As it is, you guys get going. I will be nice and just say you can follow the same path that you came to
Nice.
get to this area, so you can find your way back to the road. And I'll be even nice, and you guys remember which way of the road leads back to the museum and which road leads into probably Viltown because y'all are in UPA. So,
Yay!
Wait,
yeah.
Huh?
I
Yeah.
didn't know that.
Yeah.
Well, I'm playing to my character.
I me that's perfect. Now I will ask, what do you guys want to do here? You have said that you want to continue, but where are you going is the question.
I mean,
Forward.
Oh.
Thank you, Biff.
Fair. I would like to take another look at the ingredients list and
yeah.
possibly maybe pin a link or a message.
Yeah, give me one moment. I'm just
You
gonna
are the
send this
best, and
thing.
I love you so much.
I'm just sending that there, so I've got note of that for later. It is not important other than, hey, this is where you are and this is where our thing is going. You guys, these are all the ingredients you're looking for.
Cool.
You already have the gun
Ingredients.
cotton because you've currently
Yay.
got that in your thing, so I will be nice and even cross that off the list.
I love that we picked we've got the explosive one first, and we had to cart around a bunch of explosives with us.
that may be on purpose.
Were we given any information on like where to acquire these things?
No, of course not.
No, you weren't. Again, you do still have like direct contact.
Yeah,
with
I
the
was
office.
literally
Yeah.
just gonna say Frankie's gonna pull out the what is it? The walkie-talkie.
Standy
thing.
speakies.
Standy speaky. Yeah, and I'm guessing it's just you press the button.
Pretty
and,
much,
Yeah, and it's like hello, anybody on the other end?
This just sounds like shh for a second, then yeah, hello.
Oh, hello, Dr. Hoffman, darling. Hello,
Miss Frankie, how wonderful. How's everyone going?
She kind of looks around at like the half exploded cart and like it's like, yeah, everything is fantastic, just absolutely peachy.
Does anyone know, like, you guys are all absolutely welcome to like step in mid conversation and call Frankie out, by the way.
No, she's
Nice,
lying.
cool. Nice,
Why
cool.
would we? We don't want to look bad. We'll blame Bertie after, but why now?
Oh my god. Bastard.
We are competent, it's fine. And she's going to say, we left in a little bit of a hurry. We didn't get any particular directions as to what order would be the most appropriate to pick things up in, like which what's closest, where we need to go. Do you have any suggestions of which
Where are we
direction?
gonna get the bottled lightning?
Oh, the bottle lightning? Oh, do not worry so much about the bottle lightning. I mean, if you come across some while you're on your travels, then we will certainly take it. But do not worry too much. I'm sure Biff remembers we had this big old long talk about it. We can sort that one out when you get back to Toontown.
Okay, yes. Keeping bottled lightning on a cart with something that's already half exploded is. I'm glad to hear that is not necessary, but we have all of the other items. And yes, we can head in that direction, but should we. In what way should we plot our route, dear Doctor?
Oh, well, you have the liquefied crystals already? Whoa, you must be moving very fast.
Excuse me?
The liquefied crystals?
What? No. What gave you that impression?
Well, you just said you have those items already.
What? No. On the list. Yeah, the items on the list.
This is
We have a
going
list
great.
of the items.
You're doing
I
great,
think-
Frankie.
I think
Good job.
This is the point where you just kind of hear some like ruffled muscle, like rumbling in the background, and then just like tidbit grabbing the speaky standing. Okay, yes, okay, thank you. Still, I'm glad that you haven't lost a piece of paper with the list and everything. That's what they were talking about, sir. Oh, in the background.
Frankie's saying nothing, but just got little eye twitch going on.
Well, obviously, you do need to be making your route to Toontown, and we will meet you there. Once you get a bit closer, give us a heads up, and obviously we will arrange an exact address, because we do have, you guys will actually get to see our lab, which will be interesting. Oh dear, we better be prepping for that. Anyway, as it is. At the moment, heading straight east would probably be a good idea. You do need to make a trip by the big mountain range. Do you know where the L-Seed Caverns are? Y'all can roll history now, to figure out if you know it or not. If you want to have disadvantage because you as a character don't know shit about geography, you are welcome to give yourselves disadvantage.
I've got a
I don't need
+4.
to give Biff any more of a disadvantage than she already has.
Hi.
Yeah.
Can I elect not to roll because Tsugi is so bad at directions?
Yes, you have an automatic failure. I mean,
Yes, please. I will take an automatic nat 1
Okay,
if you request.
absolutely.
I will take a
Fine.
failure, but I will go straight to a nat 1 because I am giving Tsugi my own inability to understand what the fuck happens with maps and directions and so forth.
Astounding. Okay, well, in that case, we have 2 nat 1s because Ms. Foam's joining you and not knowing shit. We
Nice.
have
No,
Biff.
Tsugi is.
We've got.
Oh
Biff.
no, Sugi's joining me. Okay, I
Ms.
got it.
Foam is
I got
joining
it.
Tsugi.
I got confused. I was like, Tsugi didn't just roll.
We've got Biff with a 9, which isn't
Yeah.
atrocious. I'm gonna say Biff with a 9. That is enough that you know that there is a giant mountain range in the middle of Inkwell. You do
Wow.
not know where
Cool.
you are in Inkwell currently, so you don't
Nope.
know if the mountain range is east, west, north, wherever.
Excellent.
As it is though,
I got a 20.
yeah, thank fuck, Frankie got a nat 20 plus 4. So, Frankie,
Natural
you
20.
have heard of the Elseed Caverns. You've heard of them because they have some really fancy geological formations, aka really pretty crystals that come in a
Yeah!
variety of fancy forms, such as electric and lightning and living and just various rather expensive
Liv-
crystals.
Yeah.
Liquefied, perhaps?
Hmm?
Liquefied crystals, perhaps?
Hey!
You heard of them. You know that, in fact, again, with a nat 20, you know that there have been various attempts to mine out the crystals. They haven't always gone well because these things naturally store a lot of various magic, and that magic kind of influences itself in the physical realm in really weird ways. Weird magic overflow tends to happen in them a lot.
Yeah.
So breaking them out of the rock they're in isn't always the smartest idea. Every so often someone tries anyway, but yeah, it doesn't always grow great. But yeah, you know exactly where they are, you know, and you even know exactly the sort of direction that you need to head in, i.e. directly west, because in the little map segment that I posted just above, and I will stick this in the description, you are halfway between where the red dot is and the town on the upper right, because that town on the upper right is Billstown, and the yellow dot on the far left is where the Elseed Caverns are, so that's where you're going to be going.
Okay.
It is minimum a day's travel, likely closer to 2 days with how slow this horse goes. But you do know where you're
Don't
going.
rush her.
Shout out to Tidbit who told us to maybe go east.
Mm-hmm. It's fine.
Yep. Okay,
Yeah.
that's technically my bad. You know what? Tidbit fucked up too. Because
That's on Tidbit
fucking
now.
good.
It's not on you, Kai. Just put on the character.
that one's on Tidbit
He
because
doesn't have a good sense of direction. He's very smart. He doesn't have a good sense of direction.
he's used to going, okay, yes, where am I aligned from to where Toontown is. He's forgotten that he's not currently in Toontown.
Okay.
Considering he's a fucking conjuration wizard specializing in teleportation, this is not a good thing.
No, it's not.
Really hope they know where things are going. Oh no.
So it's like,
Listen,
Tidbit,
these two
that's your
scientists
job.
help each other in whatever they're.
yeah. So in the
That's why they're
background,
together is because anytime one gets something wrong, the other one catches it before it explodes.
exactly. So this is
Mostly.
why in the background you hear Tidbit. He's I'm going fucking French here for a second. I'm so sorry. Tidbit, I think you may be west. What's like west, not east. Oh yes, no, yeah, yes, you know west. That's it. Where you are?
I wasn't going to comment on it, but yes.
Yes, if you head directly west, you will likely need to find your way through the mountains. But once you get through, up on the other side, yes, that's where the Elseed Caverns are. Yeah, you do know them, yes?
Yes. No, I've actually, I've never been there myself, naturally, but yes, I was going to make some kind of joke about healing crystals and shit like that, but you said that they weren't actually
No, you know
dug
what?
out a lot
I
often,
mean-
because it would be quite funny if Frankie had a bunch of very, very teeny tiny ones from there.
Consider they're supposedly
she's
from the
heard
Elseed
about them.
Caverns.
Yes. They're
Yes.
supposedly from
They're
the
fake.
She's very proud
Hey.
of them.
Hey, Tidbit,
Yeah.
have you gotten the names down for Floppy, Gloppy, Sloppy, and Sal yet? Because if not, if you don't have it by the time we're done with our travels, you and I and the four of them are gonna have some words. And I'm telling you, if you don't learn their names and who's who, by the time I get over there,
There's
it's
really
gonna
no
be
need.
5 against 1.
There's really no need.
There is a need. They have names.
Yes, they do.
Tsugi,
I mean, if you
you
don't
can
get 'em by the time
audibly
we get
hear
there,
the
that's-
face palm.
Yeah. My work here is done, but you didn't do anything.
Yeah, okay.
Well, that aside, yes, I suppose the ink, paint, clay, and paper. I'm assuming that there are at least 2 towns along our way. There's no particular requirements for those. I assume these are supplies that can be sourced. We will have to pass by a river. That will be good.
Well, first, the paint needs to be a very special kind of paint. Oh, yes, the paint. The paint, you are better off on your way to Toontown if you go through Happiest Place before you head south. There is, what was it? Mr. Hughes. Oh, yes, this place called Hughes, and he has a very special color of paint that tends to get used to help recolor and paint over Toons and everything. He should have the sort of paint that we want. The colors may not quite be right because we never actually checked what colors these Toons were before.
Oh, wonderful! I'm sure.
But they can. We can get them a voucher for Hughes afterwards when they want design changes.
Yes, no, that is wonderful. I'm sure that we could probably put together a better color palette for them anyway. And ink.
Wow.
And
Wow.
clay and paper. Anything else for those?
Was there? There's like no, things just well, mostly as long as you're getting like proper high quality art, because
Of course.
okay, you don't want to make sure that the people that you are raising have nothing but like the best in quality
My
ingredients.
dear, I work with physical materials as my passion.
Exactly.
I know how to find these. All I need to know is that they do not need to be anything more than just high quality mundane materials. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Wonderful. And we will be able to find our route just fine, I should think. Thank you so much, darlings. Bye now.
Bye. And I'm guessing click off before.
Yeah. All right.
Right. Yeah. You have where you need to go. You have a couple of places to stop off. Otherwise, yeah. Do you want to just go?
All right, we have a very important decision to make. The bandits, they're gone. Bertie, he's gone. We gotta name the horse.
Now
I am in favor of that bastard that started eating my sleeve, but apparently there's something called democracy. I'm not sure if I believe in it, but I've been told it helps prevent specifically me from getting beaten up a lot. So, all right, I hear no other options. It's that bastard who started eating my sleeve. Let's go. And he flicks the reins.
All right. Now, I would like to say, Tsugi, because you volunteered to get a nat 1, you are going in the wrong direction.
No, I'm so
Oh, not
You're-
only am
you-
I going in the wrong direction, but Frankie is going to have to correct me because
No,
he doesn't know he's going in the wrong direction.
No, 100%. Before
I would also like to chime in. Foam, you're fairly certain that Tsugi is going in the correct direction.
Of course. That was in for a
Going
long
back
ride.
to the Museum Hermetica is the way to go where we're going, right?
no,
Obviously.
Tsugi, darling, if you wouldn't mind handing over the reins, please.
I'm pretty sure that you rolled like a 6 last time you had to handle this horse.
You just pull on the reins. It can't be that difficult, please. You are going in the wrong direction.
You know what? I'm so sorry, Your Majesty. You're right. And he hands over the reins and immediately hops back into the cart behind Biff.
Amazing.
There's -2 for the animal handling. Do I have to roll
Yes.
for anything? Yes, perfect.
Oh, yeah, you do.
-2.
Ah, that's a 2.
That's a 0.
Amazing.
The horse stops.
I think, yeah, the horse stops. It just stops for a moment. It's perfectly still. Now, of course, to be steering the horse, you have to be sat at the front of the cart. And while the horse is harnessed in, its back legs are still free. Frankie, you are no longer sitting on the front of the cart. Please take 2 bludgeoning damage as this horse you flicked slightly too hard. The horse is not happy with you. Doesn't like you, does not like how you treated it before, immediately kicks out and whoosh, you go flying down the road.
Oh no, that's
You know
2
what?
of my precious hit points. I'm such a squishy wizard.
You know
Just
what?
watch-
That was an 8.5. Very good execution, I fully admit, but she didn't quite make the 3rd flip before she face planted into the ground. I would have really loved the 3rd flip. That bastard that tried to eat my sleeve. But still, an 8.5 out of 10, that's solid scoring.
I think the arc was pretty good. And she just gets off the car and starts skittering towards Frankie.
Yes. Yes.
I think Biff is going to try to calm this horse down. I'm going to make a hammer space roll.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so she's gonna pull out one thing that I have in her hammer space fumble chart, and I'm trying to find it, but it's basically like a big sandwich.
Excellent.
Yes.
Yes.
And I mean, what she's gonna do, I mean, she'll offer the whole sandwich to the horse.
Mhm.
And she's just gonna try and like, kind of pet it. She's gonna go like there, it's okay, Sleeve Irwin.
Sleeve Irwin.
I'm going to run out this room.
First.
Do you like Sleeve Irwin or Sleeve Harvey?
Sleeve
It
Irwin.
has to be Irwin because
Sleep.
Steve Irwin was the one who loved animals.
Yeah, I think that's right, right?
Good. I can't
Yeah.
believe you.
Okay, first up, please have another inspiration point. You're right, you are funny enough to make it another one.
Thank you. I'm going to immediately use it to befriend this horse.
Yeah, I was gonna give you animal handling with advantage because you're feeding it. But yeah, if
No,
you
I'm
want
going to
to
immediately use it to
Yeah.
befriend this horse. Actually,
Okay,
it's really
guess what?
important.
Sleeve Irwin now fucking loves you. Congratulations.
Sleeve Irwin's alliances have been transferred.
Yeah. So Sleeve Irwin does very much like Tsugi. Does think Tsugi is quite nice. But Biff, this horse is going to like follow you around like a puppy now, basically. So
Amazing. She's probably petting it like a puppy.
yeah, perfect.
Horse
Frank-
is like, I've never felt like this before.
Yeah, pretty much.
Aw.
Sleeve Irwin.
Is this what true horse girl solidarity feels like?
Oh god, Biff the
Oh my
horse
god, this
girl.
horse girl.
Biff is a
Yeah.
horse girl. I mean, like, if you put one of those little, those horse riding helmets with the little peak and the little bobble on top on
mean,
Biff, like that would
yeah.
really put a little one on those on Biff is great.
That would be
Oh,
adorable.
amazing.
Okay, but yeah, Biff, you have complete control over this horse. What direction do you want to steer it in? The one that Frankie said or the one that Tsugi said? I will say, I will
Kai,
give a little bit of bonus information to Frankie that she may find quite helpful again because you got the fucking nat 20 on that history check and you know your way around maps. You also know that probably about half a day's ride to the east is Inkwell Land, aka the biggest and most fantastic and most wonderful theme park in the entirety of Inkwell.
I have a personal vendetta against Disneyland, so I don't want to go there.
Oh my god.
You're going to hate happiest place then. I'm sorry, Frankie. And Jay.
Frankie, Jay, both.
Both.
Both of
What's
you?
the
I'm so
difference?
sorry.
It's fine. After a certain point, we're all just one with our characters, aren't we? Brain, come on. Get in gear.
Anyway, the item was a 6-foot sub.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent.
The horse just like gulps down the entire thing.
Nom, nom, nom,
Long
nom,
horse,
nom.
long horse.
The horse is now the shape of the baguette.
No, I was gonna say it.
No.
Slurp it up like spaghetti.
Oh, that's also really good.
Hi, do you have descriptions for this horse, or do we get to design the horse as a group?
Oh my
You
god,
can
can we
design
do
the horse as a group. However, like the general things is it needs to look very sleepy. It needs to look like something
Yep,
halfway
yep.
between like worn and rubber hose in terms of art style.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And
We'll do it after we're done playing.
Yeah. Rubber hose. I'm just writing it down so that I don't forget, but 100%, I want to do this after when we're able to also have audience participation, and I'll just go to my tablet and try to go ham.
yeah, we need Sleeve Owen.
horse time.
As it is, yeah. What direction are you pointing this horse in, Biff?
Who sounds like they're more sure about where we're going?
They both sound equally sure.
Yeah, it's the confidence of a natural 20 versus the confidence of a natural 1.
Yeah.
Where's the most charisma? Like, naturally.
She heard in the background Boffin say west, so she's gonna go west.
Hooray!
Yes.
Good
a
job.
Wise move.
Boffin's the boss.
Bless.
Raise a Linda Stone.
So
I can
yeah.
just imagine you picking up the entire cart, horse attached,
Yep.
and turning it around,
Turning it around.
Yes.
and then putting it back down.
Spin it on your finger like a basketball.
Oh my god. And it's just like boom, like down on the
All right. And at this point, we're gonna go into travel montage time.
Yay!
Because you are headed in the right direction. So
Yay!
first up, I'm gonna get everyone to roll survival just to basically see how well you do, like staying out on the road for extended periods of time. You are all gonna get long rests, so you can heal up, get back your spell slots, change over your spells those who need it. But
Alright.
Ms. Foam is
Dice
not,
parser, don't fail me now.
I have to say,
It did fail you, I'm afraid.
holy shit! How is
Nice!
it that how is it all of these are terrible.
I mean,
Okay.
Frankie's a city creature, okay?
Okay, Biff
I
and
mean,
Frankie,
too,
I
by that
think
logic.
both of you probably get motion sickness being on this cart.
Motion sick at what? 2 miles an hour?
Yes.
Yeah.
She shouldn't have eaten the other like bite of the sandwich she took is really the
Yeah.
issue.
That's
She took a bite of it and then gave it to the horse.
Frankie put one of the wheels on funny, and it's like at a weird angle, so the cart like sways from like side to side really horribly.
Ms. Foam, you're not having a fun time. You can cope, you can manage this, but like this is uncomfortable. This is not how creatures were meant to travel. Why would you
Squinty cat.
Why would you want wheels when feet are a thing?
I mean, you could probably
Meanwhile,
get off.
Tsugi's doing fine. He doesn't know why you lot are complaining. This is great.
Yeah, Tsugi, you've been kind of like traveling rough for a while now, haven't you?
Yeah.
So like
A long ass while.
yeah, so you're pretty used to this. You managed to snag the softest sleeping bag as well, so any nights that you do spend like on the road, you are the one with the most comfort and can actually get some proper sleep. All right, in terms of locations as you are on your journey west, do you want to stop off at Anquel Land?
I am
Because-
perfectly happy to do
I thought
this. This will
Aquila
be
was to the
delightful.
east.
No, so-
West.
Because where
West.
it's to the west, because like where you guys were started was halfway between the red dot and Villestown. So like if you
Wait,
head
where's Villestown?
that one is the one in between the two little river dots. So like it's up in the top right. So all right, yeah. So if you guys just headed directly west, you would come across Anquel Land. You would need to go past it anyway, because that's where the main river crossing for that area is. It is up to you guys if you get distracted for a day and go check out all the various rides and snacks and all of that.
Frankie votes no, but may in fact be may not be able to do anything about this.
Tsugi is absolutely voting yes, because what if one of the ingredients is there? I
It's a
hope
good
you guys
point.
could hear that I made air quotes around every single word in that sentence.
It's a good point. We gotta get ingredients.
Ingredients.
He's right.
And like
He's
Biff,
right. We gotta
Biff's
get
with me.
ingredients.
Biff's with me.
and Biff, you do have that extra 20 gold that you could spend on stuff there if you wanted. Because did you tell the others about the gold?
Yeah, it wasn't important.
Okay, yeah, you
It's
have.
not important, man. Keep that to yourself.
Cool.
Yeah.
Two things. One, can I roll insight on when Tsugi votes yes? And I like to think Inkpo Land is like coming into the vision of the cart. Like as we are discussing, like, do we go through or are we spending the day there?
Yeah, perfect.
Okay, so I will roll insight. She will not use
Use
guidance
you.
because it's an 8.
Let me roll
Also,
deception.
Uh-huh.
I mean, it's an 8.
Yeah, but
could-
you'll have
you
been
could-
getting real shit rolls today, so
Yeah.
who knows?
Could be a battle of the dunkers.
That's
Yeah.
a natural
As we
1.
see here.
Everyone sees through you, Tsugi. Even Biff.
He makes the air quotes with his own fingers.
doesn't
Everybody
really
knows
care.
what the
She
air quotes
kinda just
mean.
wants to get off this fucking cart for a little
Yeah.
while.
Yeah, okay, that's true. Okay, I
So she's
think
immediately jumping that like, oh yeah, you know what? That's a good idea. We should get off the cart and go to this place.
Ms. Foam, which way are you voting?
She is willing to see why people want to go to this place. Whenever she looks at the place, she looks absolutely fucking horrified because there's the sound of people screaming on racing machines that she does not understand.
Me too.
Don't worry, we'll take it slow. We'll start with the roller coaster, then go to the Ferris wheel, and just go through all the things that people hate the most. And then you can have fun. He says that in character.
I think the bonus is going because, like, for the amount of time that you spent retrieving the cart and everything, you probably arrive at Anquil Land just as it's hitting the evening and the nightly fireworks show is starting to go off. So
Oh no, Miss Foam's like a dog who's scared.
Just
might
fucking
be, she might be.
wide-eyed. As soon as Tsugi said that, like explained it, like going on the wild stage, she just looks up and goes, "Why?"
Because it's fun.
all right.
Looks forward, does not
Look.
understand.
Look, okay, listen. He kneels down. If it's gonna make you feel better, we'll stay over the night out here. We'll go in to look for ingredients. We're looking for them. And I'll hold your hand the entire time, no matter which hand you decide to thrust out at me. Okay?
I'm imagining Biff is like parking the cart.
Yeah.
Taking out the cart, putting it in a parking spot,
He's doing the
placing
thing
the
that like
cart
a
down, petting the
like
horse.
dads do. If I don't know if my dad does this, where he puts the one arm behind the other seat. and
Yeah!
backing up.
Combat parking. I know
looking.
exactly why you do that. My dad was in the army. He does that because that's how he parked tanks.
Same idea.
Mhm.
Perfect.
So while
Okay.
this conversation's happening, you're kind of like you're moving back, like stopping,
Beep,
moving
beep.
forward a little bit.
Frankie has
Stopping,
gotten off the
moving back a
cart
little
at this
bit.
point because going back and forth like this is just making her feel so ill.
Yeah,
Okay.
they park.
Please tell
I
me
don't know
as
where
soon
they're
as you
parking, but I
park.
just really it's a big parking lot with a bunch of horses, right?
Yeah, pretty
Yeah.
much.
As-
Vehicles
At
as
the end of
soon-
each parking thing, there's like a trough with like food and water.
Yeah.
Mhm. As soon as you park the horse in the cart, please tell me you like pat the horse in the back and it just goes beep beep.
Yes,
Yes!
yes.
Thank you. That's all I needed.
Absolutely.
Thank you. That sounds okay. You'll get to
Please, we'll be back later.
you'll get to spend the evening at Anquil Land if you like. I'm gonna just quickly roll a d20 to see if you do actually find anything and ingredients that might be helpful. But this
Oh
is
yeah.
you
It's a
actually
D.
beat my fucking DC 15.
Hooray! Which one of us gets it?
Okay, all right.
We have to compete for that.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Tell
Can
you
we?
what.
1d4.
Yeah, I'm just gonna roll a d4 in as your order. You are in there. It's a 2, which means
Frankie.
yeah, it's actually no, it's actually gonna be Tsugi that
Oh
gets
my
it because
God.
Snail, you're second on the list.
Oh shit.
I'm so happy.
Yeah,
This is the best day of my life.
Tsugi,
This
I
is
think
so
what
good.
happens is as you are like, I'm guessing, do you take advantage of the various carnival the games and everything?
So the answer is yes. However, It is after he has taken Miss Foam through the roller coaster, through that banana slide thing that's the fucking worst and I won't even touch,
Oh god.
through the Ferris wheel in case she's afraid of heights. He follows through on his promise to do the worst things first, and then they go on a nice carousel ride, and then he immediately hits the carnival games. And the fun thing is, he promised the entire time he would be holding Miss Foam's hand. So as he's winning shit, he's literally holding Miss Foam's hand, doing things one-handed, because he's a bastard like that.
I'm imagining at least Biff is also going with them on all of these things.
Can we please have a Splash Mountain type photo?
Yes,
Just-
yes, you do.
Oh my god, yes.
Is that the group?
I do need to know what Miss Foam looks like
Oh,
going through Splash Mountain.
Does she
Splash
like it or
Mountain.
does she hate it?
It's a mixture because it's fast, but also the splash is good. Her like permanently throughout all of like the high speeds like carnival rides, her like foam sort of like leaf things have just been shooting fucking up, both in fear and from velocity. She's been looking at every single bright-eyed, fuzzy-eyed, fucking mascot-looking guys in absolute fear and just confusion and just
Oh, like a cat.
bewilderment, like a fucking cat.
No,
She's
I-
not having a bad time. The
Oh,
hand
I
she
can-
has given to Tsugi is actually a vine, so it looks like it's less she's holding his hand, as more like Tsugi has this weird fucking pet on a leash.
Toddler
That is-
reigns.
All I
Yes.
can imagine is at the moment, you know, like normally she does look a little bit like a hedge creature. Now she looks like a hedge creature in desperate need of trimming.
Oh.
An electrocute. The hedge has been pulled through a hedge backwards.
Yes.
Hedge squared.
She is not, you know, she's not vocally complaining about most things. She's making a lot of sounds. Fucking worry about it. But I will
Tsugi
tell you,
does take
she's-
her on a carousel ride. He's not a monster, just mostly a monster.
I think the carousel ride is the most calm she is, because it's slow and you get to see the surrounding landscape. And she's sitting there. I guess you can read her body quotation marks body language as stiff and confused, but she is not making weird chittering sounds or being puffed up in fear. She is
Tsugi-
just
Tsugi would take the carousel 3 separate times, since he can tell he's completely flipped out Miss Foam.
Oh, look at this boy. He's grown a heart.
Oh,
Uh,
Has
what's-
he? Or is he just winding her up for another fall?
set up, look down.
Well, I will say, just so we can get this done, because this was meant to be a montage.
I'm having fun though.
Tsugi, what you win when you're doing the carnival games and everything is what you actually get is somehow, you can choose what game this is, but you actually get like an art kit. It's got like a bunch of watercolors and a couple of paintbrushes in it, and a stack of some decent quality paper. So you now actually have some paper to be used for your various ingredients list. If you find more paper down the line, you are welcome to gather more. The doctors certainly will not complain, but you can at least cross paper off the list.
Hooray!
So, here's the thing.
Oh no.
Oh god.
Here's the thing. You know how there's like that station that's at every carnival or every festival or every Disneyland that's like people making caricatures
Oh god.
and like doing all that stylization. There's a Toon working at that. There's like a whole family this time, and they're all really fussy, and like the baby boy is crying, but he's supposed to be looking happily. The dad is critiquing everything because he had a single art class once. The guy's clearly hassled and distracted, and Tsugi definitely does steal one of the things that was supposed to be for purchase during
Nice.
the carnival game.
Yeah. Okay.
That's called winning.
I am sorry. I, as a person, would never do this and abhor this, but it is what Tsugi would do to get paper.
Yep.
It's called winning.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's just a new game.
Winning. Stealing is creative carnival games.
Especially
he's
when
winning.
He's
everything's
creating
rigged.
his own games and he's winning them.
Mhm. Tsugi
I'm
walks
so
off screen.
sorry.
No, it's okay. This is great.
My favorite thing about this is that Miss Foam is still with him, right?
Yeah. Tsugi walks off screen,
yeah.
and then you just see Miss Foam being dragged across the floor.
She's just like zip, zip, zip.
Okay, Frankie, what are you doing through all this?
Frankie has found a bench in the area where the carousel is, and has just sort of decided to just sit there. She's got like a bag of like candy peanuts or something like
Have
that.
you,
She's
I was gonna
gonna-
say, do you have a trashy paperback?
Huh?
Do you have a trashy
She
paperback?
absolutely has a trashy paperback. It's got like fucking like a pirate, like a sexy pirate man with no shirt on the cover or something like that. And she's reading that and very much attempting to ignore everything going on around her. She's not doing anything.
Okay. Biff, considering you have extra gold, did you want to spend it on anything here? I mean, actually, if any of you wanted to spend, you each have like 15 gold apiece. You are welcome to spend some of your money on an item here if you wanted. But Biff, seeing as you had the extra gold, you have extra
That's a
items you can buy.
great question. I have no idea what she would want to get.
Big stuffed toy.
She think is cool. I mean, I did think she uses the money to like play carnival games for sure.
I mean, yeah. I'll be nice and say you won't actually lose gold from this because I'm going to give you guys these rewards here. But yeah, if you come up with something later down the line, we can retcon and say you bought this particular thing as long as it's not like super duper mechanically necessary. But
No, I have an
otherwise-
idea. I think what she does is does play a bunch of carnival games, absolutely knocks it. She probably does like the one where you like throw a ball at like the bottles and like just
Yeah.
absolutely destroys this back of this tent.
Nice.
Mhm. Tent collapses.
And wins like a big like sparkly unicorn or something.
Yes.
Very
and
good.
she goes over to where Frankie is reading her book and presents her with it
Oh, oh
and
God.
says, hey Frankie, you look like you're a little having not a great time. I won this unicorn, do you want it?
That's extremely thoughtful of you, you dear. No, I won't take your hard-won prize. It looks a little bit too much like one of my little sisters for my taste. I would find that rather strange. You keep it, darling.
Oh. I could probably get a different one if you want.
Is gonna look over, you know, like the tent with a massive hole in it, and just be like, that's quite all right. You focus on having a good time while you're here, okay?
I think he cut out for that last word or two.
Oh, just focus on like just have a good time. You know, as while we're here, you might as well just go and enjoy yourself.
Well, don't you want to have a good time too?
I'll be honest, darling. I grew up in a place that was very, very similar to this, quite bright and loud and noisy, and this kind of environment doesn't particularly excite me. I can accept that some people might find it entertaining, but for me, it's not my thing. I've got my book. I'm perfectly happy, and now that we've already lost time, so however many more hours isn't going to make much difference.
Just gonna insight check that. Oh, Biff, your
boy.
insight is, I believe, a straight roll.
I don't believe in
Yes,
you.
it
Go,
is.
Biff, go.
17! What were you
Nice.
looking for?
Is she telling the truth?
Yeah, no, she is. In fact, this is, Frankie's usually quite, like, relatively like bubbly and like, hi, yes, I am going to just shape things to the way that everything needs to be to get them done. This is a time that no, she's genuinely like, yeah, this is true. She doesn't particularly like to be here. She would much rather be somewhere else, but she's kind of resigned to it.
Okay. Well, I guess Biff is gonna put the big unicorn in her hammer space and go figure out where Tsugi went.
Nice.
All right. You guys can reconvene, and if there weren't any last things that you wanted doing, did you want to get back on the road?
Excuse me.
Oh, God.
Very important.
Yes.
Not only have I held my promise, as I promised with Miss Foam, she decided to use a vine rather than a hand, but it still counts because that's what Miss Foam wanted me to hold.
But Miss
Throughout
Foam
the
counts as a
entire
hand.
visit, I held her hand.
Mhm.
But also, whereas the rest of you schmucks, the rest of you fools, gathered nothing, he sticks his hand into his hammer space. Oh my god, I actually get to pull something out the first try.
Hooray!
I'm still dying because Glorps hasn't opened. And that's still me telling Kai, do not rush to open Glorps. This is just me dying
working
as a
on it.
character. It is not your fault. Do not rush.
It's okay.
Pulls out the art kit and then goes, oh, wait a minute. You guys won't exactly see why I'm so smart. Like, rips open the art kit, stuffs the other stuff back into his hammer space, and then pulls out the high quality paper. He's like, ta-da!
Oh, that's cool,
And-
Tsugi. I got this. Oh wait, that's not a.
That's just a
D10.
10.
That's
Hang
just
on. That's a 3. Yeah, she pulls out the big unicorn.
That's, I mean, you know what, Biff? That's nice and impressive. But you guys thought that I didn't mean it when I said we could get ingredients, and look, Frankie, look what I got. Look. Do you see it? Do you see what this
Yes,
is?
yes.
Do you see how big it is? Do you see how high quality it is?
She's just gonna sort of like push it and just sort of push it out of her face. It's like, well, color me genuinely surprised. You did in fact do something that you said you were going to do. Now, I'm not going to.
Two things. I did two things I said I would. I also, as I mentioned, the entire time, held Miss Foam's hand.
Go, by the way. Has she let go
No.
of Sugi's hand?
But
Tsugi has not let go either.
But she sits there and she goes, I smelled like fried oil and sugar.
Yeah, did you like the funnel cake that I got for you? Well, I did steal half of it, but I did give you the other half.
She's like so unsure.
She's just like squinting. She, what's the face that cats make where they like the teeth are showing, the eyes are squinting? It's that.
Me
but
not
there's
like
no
the
teeth.
banana.
Yeah, you know what the banana is.
Scunge!
That kind of vibe. Sponge, yes.
Yes. Well.
Okay, and I think
Put
with
them back on the road.
yeah, I think with that we just do the sponge and then hard cut to you guys back on the road. It is the next day now. I'll say that you guys spend the night either there or somewhere nearby, and you're back on the road. It's morning. Heading on, you are going to be passing through a couple of towns. I don't know anything about these towns other than their names, because this is the thing when we're working in a fucking collective world that everyone gets to decide locations for. I don't know what the fuck's going down in Turnip Hill. I don't know what the fuck is going
Oh,
down
I can
in
tell you
Turnip
what's going
Hollow.
down in Turnip. That's
Okay.
my one.
Liz, you go through Turnip Hill. What goes down?
You enter a 2D sort of bramble bush sort of area. You look at the map and you're like, why is there a town? And then you look around and there's like these really short, almost hobbit-like mounds that have like little posts and stuff, and you see a bunch of like Wind in the Willow, but more contemporary style like animals. They're all around the height of like 1 feet tall, like
Excellent.
2 feet tall, and they're just bustling. They're having the most just cottage girl life they are having right now.
Oh, good
Cottage
for
girl
them.
life. They
That's
are having
excellent.
a very nice time. There is if you want to talk to them I can give you more, but yes, it's a town. There's shops, there's places you can go, there's a adventurers guild, there's an inn, all of that stuff.
Oh, that's so
Is
good,
it-
Liz. I'm so happy. This pleases me so much.
Is this a place where you may potentially be able to find one of the other ingredients you're looking for?
Yes, I mean there is a store, there's their own store, and then also a currently closed door sign that is, if you would allow me, Boffin and Tidbit may have been here to set up a little doorway
Well,
for
I
a
will
certain
say,
shop.
like Glorp's shop just does have doors fucking everywhere. That's kind of
Mhm.
part of how that whole spell went down. So yeah, there probably is a
Uh,
currently closed sign for Glorp's.
the game, was it the something about Willoughby Hall? I forgot the actual name of the game that I fucking ran.
It's okay.
Did have a shop system at the end that led to Glorps.
Excellent.
But uh yes, there are its own sort of short like shops. I will make up a scribble that runs a shop and probably does have inks and stuff. Of the quality, I will leave it up to you, Kai, if you want us to roll. But
I would say
Biff, you want fucking an outline in this shop,
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah.
in
Oh,
this
yeah.
just place. But they're kind of used to it because it has an adventurers guild, so people do come in and out that look odd. It's also like, oh Jesus.
She definitely gets caught in some doorways.
Uh-huh. Yes, yeah.
Like Tsugi has to push from behind to get her through.
excellent. Okay, let me just roll a d20 and see if you're going to be able to find anything here. With a 7, okay, you do find some inks. They're not exactly super high quality art inks. You could potentially use them, but they ain't great. Tsugi is going to be pressed up longingly against Glorp's door the entire time unless directly needed. Snail, this is the
Amazing.
stuff you gotta read out because it's fucking hilarious.
Try to make sure that I'm not interrupting.
Yeah.
No, it's okay. This is good.
So yeah, you don't find much in the way of inks, but you, like, in terms of stuff that you want to get, you can buy it if you want, it's just so you can cross something off the list. Do you?
Yeah. Can I roll? How much is it?
It's, let's call it 3 gold.
Okay. Can Hang on.
3 gold.
Can I roll persuasion to like get the price down? Because if it's not very good, then
Yes.
Haha,
Was it
19.
19? Okay,
Ooh.
I will say...
I managed to do it. I managed to do it without insulting the proprietor
Oh.
as well.
That's
Which is
a good- that's-
like I think that's what a 19 deserves with Frankie.
Yeah,
honestly,
frankly. All right, with that, then yeah, you haggle it down to 1 gold if you want to buy it.
Hooray! Yes.
Okay, you technically have some ink. I will note that down. After that, you guys head back on your way. You're back on the road. It's now probably been like 2 solid days of traveling. And as you travel, we are going to be taking a quick break. People can get some more water, grab any snacks, do anything that you guys want to do, and we will be back at past. Does that sound good to everyone?
Yes.
Alrighty.
All right, I will be right back.
I shall return.
I'll get order.
I adore this game.
So good, right?
Excellent. I truly and 100% adore this game, and I'm very sad that on the 12th we're gonna have to temporarily skip it only for like 2 weeks. But even that seems so very long because of the other game that only could be scheduled on the 12th. But I love this game.
It's very
I love you
good.
guys.
It is like, yes, it is. It's a little bit a ways away. I always manage to forget that we are playing on the day that we that we play, and Kai always reminds me first thing, that we've got D&D on the day that we have D&D, and then I spend the rest of the day with like a nest of snakes in my tummy, and it's like, why? I'm just gonna go play a game with some friends. Why do I have to freak out about this?
Because your mind is trying to protect you from the evil weasels, but it doesn't recognize that the evil weasels aren't actually things that are attacking you, it's social interaction.
Yeah, the very slow tigers are chasing me. I am having a good time though. I'm just very pleased that like we get a couple of like we're not having doing a lot of like puzzle solving or whichever. Though that is always fun too. Um, but this is a lot more relaxing.
Brain break.
Brain break.
You take your brain out of your skull and you wash it with the soapy water.
The soapy water of fucking around in a theme park.
Exactly. Also, don't think I didn't notice that you did a lore drop. I'm fucking
did.
eyes emoji.
Yes, I did. I did, in fact. I've recently like kind of like codified like what Frankie's whole deal is and backstory shit. Very happy
We
with
love to hear it.
it.
Love to hear it. All right, I will go for a quick second because I do need to refill my water, but
Go
I
for
will
it.
be back.
Ew, I know that they're dry and horrible.
A lot of snow.
So much snow. I should probably mute the thing.
Hello.
Hey, Liz.
Hi.
Hi.
We are eating muffin.
Muffins!
Right. Oh, I can eat my crackers on the break as well. Excellent. I'll mute for that. I was not expecting Turnip Hill. I thought it was too down south to hit the trail.
No, it was just close enough. I mean, to be fair, I was not expecting you guys to actually want to go into the towns that were on the map until Jay said it. I'm like, oh wait, shit, I should probably do that, shouldn't I?
No, yeah, since people like listening to the break talk, I will now info dump my full process
please.
behind Turnip Hill. So there was a Pixar short that came out. I think it was called Burrow. And I just got obsessed with the idea of like, oh right, Pixar is usually 3D stuff, but this is a 2D short. I want to put this town in Pixar now. So everything is styled after Burrow. I'll send some screenshots of it.
Please.
And I kind of made a mistake in the actual me getting surprised and starting to pour as much information I can about the town. But everyone is 1 to 3 foot tall, so there are people of
Small.
acceptable toon height, because there are some 3 foot tall toons that are known around the suburb, but also they get smaller. And it's a very cute style. It has Winnie the Willow vibes, but also that sort of contemporary TVA.
Oh, I love
and
that
personally, I hate it.
style. I love that style. That's so cute. We've just wound up in the cutest town in Anquil.
There's a clock tower with a bell, but the clock tower is broken and the bell is missing. Well, not missing. The bell is somewhere else right now. If you were to do your thing or ask about like, oh, this is a lovely place, what happened? You may hit somebody who's asking about who talks about the weird thing that happened where there's a haunted mansion and also a cloud giant drops down at some point, and that caused a bit of a ruckus. But there was adventurers in the area, and it all got solved.
That's-
It's fine. You don't the group goes past, and then across the screen you see like a skeleton person walk by and like go into a very cute shop. The game this all appeared in was The Waking of Willoughby Hall. I enjoyed running it, but it was a very map heavy game, and then afterwards I was like, I don't know how to put that into
the
the
video.
actual edits.
Yeah.
So there is no actual map, so I don't know how it holds up audibly, but I think it was very fun.
I'm
It was
glad you
fun
had
to
a good
play.
time. And again, this is the cutest fucking town. I love this. I'm so glad that we're accidentally stumbling across it.
Yeah, this place is my beloved. I love just having fleshed out
Badger!
little places. Badger, yes.
Very good, Badger. I love badgers.
He solves the issue of the little nice short. I could play it after this if you want to wind down break at some point.
Once the game is over, let's watch it because it's good. It looks real good. Also, how the heck do we have this many people listening to this game?
Oh God! Did you have to point that out? No.
Like,
Run
hi
away.
Hello,
everyone.
everybody.
I love you. I hope you're having a good time.
Oh, do I remember the voice of the Adventure Guild person? It was kind of sort of like this. It was a very nervous little character. It was on the fly though, and they just wanted to do their best. And oh god, everybody's really scary right now, but I just want to be in the party. Just to help out. Oh.
God, I love NPCs that just babble non-stop. It's great.
You can tell you've made so many of them.
Yeah, Dee Dee, you have to show me pictures of the blanket because making blanket good. Also, I'm so sorry, Crime. I hope you feel better soon because being sick is the fucking worst.
Yeah.
Oh my god, there's salamanders.
There's
I forgot
salamanders?
There's salamanders in this town because
Hell yeah.
they're all is a burrowing society, so it's all a bunch of burrowing creatures.
Oh, salamander sauna.
Yes.
Why do they have weird little cats?
Salamander.
I do.
Saunamander.
Saunamander.
Very good.
The little cat is a reference to another Pixar short. I think it's called Bull, I believe. It's about a cat and a bulldog. Yeah, Pitbull.
Yeah, that sounds familiar.
Oh yeah, I've
There
seen
we
that
go.
one.
No, yeah, I remember. Yes.
It makes me cry. I love it.
It's very good.
It's very cute.
Brain like soupy.
Phoebe. Back to spinning yarn.
Are you hand spinning or are you using a wheel?
Yeah, hand spinning. I've got a drop spindle, so that's what I'm using here.
That rocks.
Oh! Hey, Dee Dee, that looks fucking
Blanket?
astounding.
Ooh.
Oh god, double knitting my below-the... I fucking hate double knitting so much, but it looks so good. Yeah,
I would like to learn someday. I know how to knit, but I don't know how to double knit.
Yeah, like, to anyone that knows anything about knitting, that doesn't really know about knitting, when you're looking at that, okay, count the number of rows that you can see. Now double that. That's the number of stitches that you are having to do every single fucking row. Because you are having to knit 2 sides of this fabric at once.
Yeah, it's no joke.
Why would you
Like,
do that
again,
to yourself?
I don't know how to do it
Patterns.
myself, but I know how it is.
Yeah, I'm partway through a waistcoat that's like bee themed, that's double knitted. I haven't touched it in like a year and a half, 2 years.
Fine, you can pick it up whenever you like.
Oh, well, like, Dee Dee, like, honestly, even if it is a little bit easier, it's still incredibly impressive. I looked at knitting, I looked at all the fancy stuff I could do and then went, nah, I'm gonna learn how to spin yarn instead.
I have a crochet project to teach me how to do crochet, and it's been around since my birthday. and I just haven't found the time to do it because, new job and,
Yeah.
existential crisis because of the global pandemic, which some people aren't even recognizing as a thing. But I still hold out hope that before Christmas I will at least crack it open.
Yeah. Oh well, the good thing is like Snail. Once you start it and you kind of get the hang of it a bit more, I personally find doing hand it's like a great handy buff while running games because I need something else to do with my hands. Otherwise, I get bored while sitting here trying to tell a story. So I'm spinning yarn. Jay is working on cross stitch, and
Y'all are so smart and so valid. God tier brains.
it's good.
Need to be nerfed in order to fully tell story.
Exactly.
That's the real deal.
Yeah.
All right. Are we
Are we good?
game?
I think Mock's still missing.
Yeah, we don't have Mock yet.
Okay. I was like, if it's just me nattering on.
I'm back. I'm getting back. I'm here.
Oh, hello.
Hi, Mock.
Hi.
Mock is not
Sometimes
dead,
I can
Lewis. It's
still
okay.
hear their voice.
Are you okay there?
Yeah.
Alright, you just sound quite tired.
I'm always quite tired.
That's fair. Like, I've still got a fair chunk of stuff planned for this session. So kind of like, how long do you guys want to be going on for? Because I'm going okay energy-wise. Obviously, it's not going to be going much further than like 3-hour mark max because I will fall asleep. But
There's probably gonna be another there should be another fairly easy leaving off point, right?
yeah, we'll probably come across one organically. But like, I just want to go like, how are you guys doing for time and energy sort of stuff?
I'm a little tired. Let me eat this Reese's peanut butter cup.
Yeah, it's okay.
Nom nom nom.
Resume sugar.
Sugar.
I'm honestly pretty good, but I also had a Thanksgiving that was good but tiring but good rather than tiring but
Been a
good
couple days,
but
don't worry.
tiring. So
All right.
I could continue, but we could stop sooner and then have me try to design the horse, and then inevitably Liz will design the horse better, and I'll just use her design from now on, but I can at least try.
Okay, I think
Liz can be inspired by your horse design.
I'm always inspired.
it's collaborative. This is how art works. This is how this server works.
But if we go on for another hour,
Yeah,
say?
if we aim for the usual 2.5 hour mark, that should be
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
All right, are we all
Smart.
good to go then?
Yeah.
Alright. Farewell, Hazelnut Gallery. I will read you all afterwards. All right, you guys are back on the road. You are leaving Turnip Hill. You do get your hands on some ink. Did you subtract money?
I wrote it down. I subtracted 1 gold from my
Okay.
15, which means I now have 14 gold. We are doing maths.
Alright, so in that case, you guys go onwards. Now you technically could pass through Timeless Hollow, which I'm fairly sure is RJ's town. I could be fucking wrong though. Do any of y'all know about Timeless Hollow, or are we just going right through it?
We don't have
Snail?
time for Timeless Hollow.
Yeah.
I want. Sorry, go on.
So the thing is, I think I do know the stuff that goes on in Timeless Hollow, but ironically, it's very time consuming. So I honestly think going around it is the better option, even knowing what
Okay.
goes on in there. Because
let's say
time
What happens in
fuckery.
Timeless Hollow stays in Timeless Hollow.
Let's just say you guys see a fork in the road, one thing pointing to we'll just say this is where the path splits. There's a thing pointing towards Timeless Hollow and a thing pointing towards the path that the river takes through the mountains, and you just go, no, you know what, we're on a deadline here. We already spent half a day in Iquil Land.
Yeah, if Frankie is still in charge, is still on GPS duty, again, remind me of that 20, that geography 20. Then she probably does know that what goes on down there and why it would be a good idea to avoid it. Even though I don't, and I feel very bad about missing it because it'd be really fun to explore somebody else's place, but also we can't do that effectively. We don't have the ability to do it justice.
All right, so
I
onwards.
really quick just want to know who's driving.
I would hope that you guys are taking turns, but it's most likely mostly Biff and Tsugi.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
it. That's what I was thinking Tsugi arguing with Frankie, knowing that he doesn't have a sense of direction purely for shits and giggles, but also following
Sugi's
Frankie's
doing a bunch of
directions.
it. Biff takes over when Sugi's arguing with Frankie. I
Yeah.
got it.
Okay, so yeah, it's
We
mostly you guys.
understand.
Mostly because I think any time that Frankie tries to take the reins, the horse kicks her again. So
She dodges
Yep.
sometimes, but not all the time.
yeah, Sleeve Irwin really doesn't like Frankie.
The feeling is mutual.
I don't think Sleeve Irwin knows quite what to do with Ms. Foam, so doesn't kick her, but probably doesn't do what she says
She's
either.
fruits.
Yeah,
Yo, that thing is plot. Damn, that's
Yeah.
tasty.
tasty plant.
Yeah. So as it is, you guys continue. From fucking brain from Turnip Hill, it's probably another day to get into the mountains, get up into the mountains. You guys wind up camping out there for the night. So when you arrive at the Elseed Caverns, it's probably mid-morning the next day. If you wanted, those of you that need to do spell shot slot bullshittery, now was like an ideal time to quietly do that in the background while I do talking stuff. But otherwise,
Can you type into the chat how that's spelled?
yes,
Audio processing go burr.
Mood.
the Elseed
Or-
Caverns.
I mean, it's more like audio
Elseed,
processing
okay.
refused to go burr.
Mood.
Audio processing broke. Have a nice day.
So yeah, that's where you arrive. It's around mid-morning. I think it's 3 days since you left the Museum Hermetica now. So
You're so behind.
you've been on the road for a little time. And yeah, it's you get there are a couple of info signs out the front, but otherwise there doesn't seem to be anyone around. It's just this big old cave in the mountain.
Okay, listen, guys. You guys cannot understand how much I hate to be the voice of reason here. But do you think we should maybe check in with Boffin and Tidbit on, like, how to get the crystals without the explodey part, considering we already are carrying gunpowder? Well, not powder, but, like, gun cotton, whatever the fuck it is.
Much as it
I
pains me
think
to
that's
agree with
wise.
you, but unfortunately I do agree with you.
Yeah, I know you do.
I'm just waiting for Frankie to take that back.
It is like that silence is just like, do I do this? Do I take this back? Does this happen? No, you know what? It's like, because last time she made a snap decision out of anger, didn't go so well. So she's just gonna ignore him, and she has been checking in with the doctors like at least like once a day, just as like, hey, we're not dead. We've got some of the stuff.
Alright, yeah, in that case, yeah, they will have updated you as Bertie came and dropped by again, and they do seem to have a couple of quasi-ghost friends now.
Hooray!
I reckon by...
Amazing.
Yeah, by the end of your second day of travellings, they will have said that, yep, they're back in Toontown now because they can just teleport because they're teleportation wizards. And they have Rob, Short Rob, Rob, Big Rob, and Steel. That was it.
Hey!
They've got them with them, and they are basically waiting for you back in Toontown now. Of course, no rush, because they know that you guys are having to travel non-magically because gun cotton don't travel well in teleportation.
Yeah. Did they end up teleporting Floppy, Gloppy, Sloppy, and Sal?
Yes, they did. They were successfully included in the teleportation.
Okay.
So, yep.
Hooray!
Everyone, they're all waiting for you back in Toontown. They're glad to hear that you guys are going well. I will say, Boffin did make a joke about, oh yes, like he hopes that you brought him a souvenir from Inkwell Land.
Did anybody
Great
remember
news.
to do this?
Oh no, of course not.
Oh, like he said it after you'd already left the place, so like it was.
If he wants a big unicorn, that's still on the table.
I'm gonna be honest, he probably would love it,
All right, well,
but also that's something for later. So yeah.
Boss gets a unicorn. I'm gonna cry.
So yeah, you guys get to the caverns. You notice that when you are standing like at the mouth of these caves, that the connection on your standy speaky does seem to be a little bit crackly. It's not coming through quite as clear as it has previously.
Oh no, we're not going to be able to take that in there. Okay,
Oh no, the hint system.
Yeah.
Oh no,
Fine.
the hint system's going away.
We barely use it, but when we want it, we need it.
So good, gang.
It's really like
So
the moral
good.
support system, honestly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
pretty
I mean,
Muffin
yeah.
Tidbit, are you okay?
They're fine. They're glad to be back home. They have got new experiments to run. They're doing all right. They're mostly hoping that you
Enrichment.
guys are safe.
Yeah, we're gonna have to go to the weird cavern box. Do I know anything about the actual place, or would I just have to
Again,
ask?
you got a nat 20 on history. You do know bits and pieces. You will have you've read a couple of information pamphlets on it. You know that the caverns do tend to be pretty twisting and winding, because like it's interconnected cave systems. That shit's wild. Like, what do you want to know? I like what I can do is like, if you ask me questions, I can give you what a 24 would give you in terms of knowledge.
Basically, like, okay, one thing would be, how far would we have to go in to get what we need specifically? Two, what kinds of dangers are we likely to face apart from magical exploding crystals? Is there anything alive in there that might want to eat us? And yeah, those are the two main things that I can think of.
Okay. You know, for one thing, these caverns are a little bit living. I did say specifically before, there was living crystals. I'll get to you in a sec, Mark. There was living crystals, so that mapping this place doesn't tend to go well. There are some caverns and spots that do tend to be pretty stationary, but the rocks here shift about a little bit. So it's they shift about not on a whole like yes, each hour they change. So while you're in this you should be safe. But like on a yearly basis, maps get outdated really fucking quickly.
Yeah.
So there's that to worry about. You do know that some of the liquidized crystals, because of liquid, they tend to form pools at the lowest points of these caverns.
Good.
But you won't know the direct way to those caverns. The other thing is, I did just say these rocks are kind of alive. That's as much as I can answer. They won't necessarily eat you for wanting to eat you, but that's as much information as I can go give you there.
Yeah,
This
that's
stuff
that.
is not as studied as it realistically should be. Mark, you've got a question.
It's not a question. I just remembered that we could put an emoji if we want to say something instead of just waiting and hoping that you can get a word in edgewise. I just want to say that when they're standing at the front of the like cave after they've finished talking to Boffin and Tidbit, Biff takes a really big breath and then shouts, "Hello!"
There is an absolutely beautiful echo that comes back. The whole "Oh,
Amazing.
hello." And you can actually even you won't hear it because your passive perception is not high enough. But Tsugi, you can actually hear like there is a faint crystalline ringing to the sounds of some of the echoes. It's like nothing ominous, it just kind of sounds like a little bit of like musical bells kind of edge to the echo.
Oh, that's pretty.
Beautiful.
That's it. That was all I had.
No, I love it. It's great. Thank you.
Then, so I'm just trying to, I know what Frankie is going to do. I just need to sort of try to line it up in my brain.
The one bit of I'll say one bit of advice you guys see on the information boards that are posted outside the caverns is some of these things do tend to be kind of narrow. It is not advised that you take pack animals inside.
No, we're not going to take the horse in there, not going to take the cat in there. Yeah, Frankie is going to do her whole sort of head of the class teacher thing and ask everybody to essentially get out, or like in the adventuring or supplies or whatever, like as many like ropes and python situations as we've established we all have those. How much do we have like in total?
So Tsugi has specifically replenished any equipment that was burned or damaged. So he has the full 10 pythons. He has the full length of hempen rope.
So that's 50
He's
feet.
got all of his torches. He's persnickety about making 100% sure.
Yeah, Biff has 50 feet of rope. She doesn't have like the pythons.
Mhm.
Pitons?
Yeah, I think they only really come.
She doesn't
with,
have any
like,
of that stuff.
in
She has an
in, like,
explorer's
certain
pack.
kits, but yeah, in yeah.
Like he calls them pythons because it sounds like python. Ay.
Hey, that's a snake joke.
Ay, that's a snake joke.
A snoke, if you will.
Joke or a snoke, but not like that one in the Star Wars.
In the what?
In the Star Wars.
You mean Star Wars?
Ah.
Anyway,
We're good at this. Yeah, and essentially, Frankie's way of going about this, considering that everything is, relatively dangerous and all that, is to basically rope you all together, essentially.
Yes, thank
Not,
you. Oh
like,
my god, I was
super
hoping.
close. Yeah. It's essentially like there's like, I don't know, a good 15 feet, and like, things are like tied up neatly so there's not a ton of slack or anything like that. But just in case, and there's slip knots or whatever, so you can fairly quickly let yourself out if you need to run away. But this is a very much like, no, we're not getting separated by this.
I have a really
and
important
we are going
question.
to mark on the walls where we are going, and she's also gonna sort of like just before we go, and she's going to give you a brief like we are everything in here is a little bit alive. It may not be able to understand us exactly, but it will be able to likely pick up on tones and attitudes, so please do not try to aggravate or insult the slightly living cave system that we are about to descend into. Please. This is not this is not directed at you, Tsugi, for once, just in general. No kicking or taking chunks or anything. We are here to go in, go down, get the crystal, and leave.
Vibe check.
Can I
Really
get
important
his?
question.
Mm.
Oh, go ahead, Liz.
Oh, I was gonna say, if anyone's as Frankie's looking at the party, or if anyone looks Miss Phone's way, can we make a little insight check?
Oh, sure.
I would love
Yeah.
to make a little insight check. Just a small one.
8.
Okay, 8.
While we're doing this, what order are we tied up in?
Mm-hmm.
Good
That's my
question.
question.
who wants to go first?
Who does want to go first?
Tactician part of my brain does have an idea, but
Go ahead.
Suki should go first. He's got the best perception.
That
That
is
is
true.
Yeah.
And Dex, if he needs to jump out the way.
And Dex if he needs to jump out of the way of something.
Mhm,
So maybe Tsugi, and then in the middle, Frankie, then Miss Foam, because Miss Foam can move faster around if they need to, and then at the back, Biff, to make sure that they don't get ambushed.
yeah, that sounds completely sensible.
And if
Ooh,
somebody
careful,
falls-
Frankie!
My
People
only-
might think you like me or something.
If we need to hit something very big that we just run into, Biff will be at the back of the group.
That is true.
I mean, it's not that you can't walk forwards.
yeah.
Okay.
All
We'll
right.
be able to
I'll go for
navigate
it.
as
I'm
long as
into
it
it.
isn't narrow.
Okay.
Liz, the insight.
Yeah, Liz.
Yeah. So I will say Frankie, which makes sense because you are addressing everyone and making sure they are concentrating on what you are saying. You recognize a change in her expression. Her eyes just like widen. As soon as you explain this is a living cave.
Semi-living.
It's semi-living. There is a surprise, and just like she was not expecting it, but there's almost some sort of a positive slant to it.
Ooh.
It's not like she's like upset or like what. It's not the expression you have seen her in Inkpro Lion of just like absolute bewilderment. It's
Mm.
surprised, but just pleased to hear that.
Oh,
Maybe. Yes.
no, Frankie, like not in front of like the group or anything, but like only sorting out with all the ropes and stuff. Is just going to be like, do you have some familiarity with landscapes like this? I noticed you you seemed to recognize, I suppose, the dangers of a place like this.
I have not experienced something like this myself, but I am I am aware of that possibility. I just have not seen it like this.
Well, hopefully it will be a positive experience for everybody all around, and you'll get to experience something new.
Mm. Frick, she's smiling, but she has no mouth.
Yeah,
It's just shows it in the eyes, little
just,
like
yeah, just like a small slant to the eyes. It's nice. I love just as a quick aside, I love it whenever Frankie and Ms. Firm have to have a conversation because they have such different speaking styles. It's like
Contrast.
all right. You guys go into the cave?
Yes.
Snail, is there anything you'd like to share with the class?
I typed so I wouldn't interrupt, but I wouldn't forget it. The only thing is that Tsugi is tying the rope explicitly to accentuate his non-existent butt.
So everyone can see just
good
how
to know.
flat he is.
Square.
It's
Nothing.
like trying to make it shaped, but the thing is he's got no butt. There's no bubble in that butt.
You could use his butt like a fucking chopping board.
It's a fucking level. It's
You know what?
empty.
It's good for getting through caves.
Yeah, okay, no, that is true. Less
Just slide
likely to
through
get
like
stuck.
narrow passageways, just turn sideways, no problem.
Yep, no, that's true and fair.
For that man, Frank and Ollie.
Okay,
Now we can go. I've said my thing.
okay. I'm just gonna zoom out here just a teeny bit. All right, you guys head into the cave. It's a little bit of like the opening bit of the cave does seem to be the most walked. It has been emptied out a little bit because you do get tourists and people who want to go on magical crystal cave journeys coming up here. So that has been widened a little bit. But as you go a little bit deeper, yes, it is gonna start getting dark. You guys have torches, yeah?
Yeah.
How many torches
Yes.
are you using? Who's holding them?
Tsugi's definitely holding one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Biff should probably have one too, just being at the back.
Sure.
Okay, if you've got one at the front, one at the back, they have 20 feet of light, if I remember off the top
Are
of my
we
head.
keeping track of torch inventory?
I'm gonna say, for the sake of these caverns, yes, because I don't know how long you're gonna be in there. Yeah, torches are specifically bright light for 20 feet, dim light for another 20 feet, so that's disadvantage, and they will last for an hour each. That's okay. We are gonna be approximating time.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna
Yeah.
keep track of things absolutely strictly. Like, we are not going exactly by the numbers here, because you're a Toons. What the fuck?
Yeah.
However, I do want to just make sure those things are noted down for now, so we have an idea of them for later.
Sure.
Mhm.
All right. Once you've gotten to a point in the cave where you've already gone down a little bit of a slope, you now have your very first fork. You have one of them, like a path to your right that goes up, and then a path to your left that goes down.
We should probably take the one that slopes down, right? If the crystals will sort of correlate into like at the bottom.
Is
Um,
that?
Tsugi is going to. Hang on, you guys go ahead. I'm trying to think of what he would say to do the thing.
Is it Jay, is what you said something Frankie would say like out loud?
Oh yeah. Again, she's
Ye-
she's the one who knows this, so yes.
Would I be able to make a sort of check to suss it out if that's the like if that feels right, if that's the right call.
Yeah, give me, I would say nature here.
Yeah. And I'll just give myself guidance again.
God bless guidance.
12.
Okay, yeah, a 12 isn't quite high enough that you would know for certain. You do think that Frankie's general observation of down is probably the better choice, but you could be wrong, especially as you know that caves can sometimes go up in one section and then go down another, because these things specifically wind about a whole bunch.
Hey, Ms. Foam, can I get a guidance because I held your hand the entire time that we were in Anqualand?
I'm always willing to help.
Aw, you're so sweet. That's so nice. Tsugi is going to turn back around and say, "We're only looking for one type of crystals," but like yelling it, and then he's specifically going to be listening for which of the caverns has the crystal sound that he heard before.
Ooh.
Ah, yeah,
Oh,
that's a
that's-
dirty 25.
Okay.
Clever.
With that, you can hear from the one from below, you are hearing that crystallized ringing. And it's not just actually from the crystallized ringing. You also notice that the echo coming from the path leading up and right is also... The echo comes back really quickly. That sounds like a dead end.
All right. Up, dead end, down, crystals.
Cool.
All right.
Lead the way.
You guys head down. I found a real good, a good method for me keeping track of how much time you're spending here by just going, it's 5 minutes per point that you travel between. Because-
Speaking of, I'm gonna put, Frankie is going to put a little mark on the place that we, as we, thing.
Yeah, you basically leave a chalk mark on the wall
Yes!
saying we just came from this direction.
Saying, how
Yes,
are you making
thank
a
you.
mark?
That's what happens.
How does
The
is
chalk
that how
is pink.
Frankie makes a mark with chalk?
Chalk is pink.
Yeah,
Okay.
bright pink chalk. Wonderful.
I'm just saying there's other ways to make marks on walls that perhaps would not be as
Okay, glitter glue.
acceptable.
I've already established that Frankie has glitter glue.
Oh my god, she's gonna glitter glue the wall.
Okay, so you've got some glitter glue on the wall with an arrow pointing back where you came. You guys continue through for a little while. Again, you're still near the opening of these caves, so it's still reasonably wide open. There is one bit where, Biff, you kind of need to shuffle to the side to get through this crack.
Yep.
And you have to duck your head once or twice. But it's not so bad here. You guys are looking around, and again, the torchlight is shimmering off the most... Once you've gotten this deep, the torch is now hitting not just plain rock, but rock with speckles of various crystals in it. So you are now walking through just like... You guys have seen opals, right?
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
you're walking through the inside of one of those.
Oh, that's extremely
And
pretty
it's
and also
only-
terrifying.
It's only going to get more so as you continue. So the good news is the torchlight is now not only going 20 feet, it's going 30 feet, because as it's bouncing off the walls, you're getting that little bit of extra light. So you
I
can
don't
see
trust that you're giving
a
us a
little bit
nice
extra
thing.
further.
I don't trust that you're giving us a nice thing.
Well, shall I be mean by say the next thing I'm going to give you is another fork in the road? There's got to be a lot of these. You know that ambiguous ass screenshot that I posted to you guys before?
Yeah.
It is
God.
a 3D map of the caverns.
Amazing.
I am going to lose my ever-loving mind. It
Yeah.
wasn't an ant and you just lied to me?
I told you it wasn't an ant. I said
I
no.
was trying to answer.
It was bigger.
Well,
Yeah,
the
but-
cave system is bigger than an ant.
Yeah, but you could have been lying. And then you could have said, haha, it was an ant. And I would have been like, I knew it wasn't.
No,
No, it's a cave.
you were extremely wrong, and I'm not telling you where you are or where you are in relation to. So, next fork in the road. This one, it's like kind of a fork, kind of a fucking T-bone junction. As oh god, what I've accidentally flipped this thing upside down. Blender,
Cave
why
turns
must you?
around.
Blender, why must you betray me? Okay, so yeah, you've got one going left, one going right. Again, the one to the right is very slightly sloped upwards. The one to the left is more or less same level as where you are.
Okay, but I'm looking at the ant now.
You don't know
And-
where you started.
Yeah, the ant will not help you, Snail.
Yeah.
But there, but
We're
I
figuring
can,
this out
I
as it
can
goes.
guess.
Snail, please. I'm looking at the DM screen.
I am going to be nice and just show the audience what we mean by the ant and everything, yeah, because I want them to get a good look at it as well. But yeah, left or right, or what are you doing to figure out which way you should go?
Tsugi dear, that trick that you did before, would you mind repeating it?
Would Miss Phone mind giving me guidance once more?
A little bit of yellow magic just emits from his foam. You get that guidance again.
Zap!
Okay, next time, exhale, not inhale. Got it. Oh,
What happened?
that
What?
was-
Wait.
No, you
No,
didn't.
You did not vote.
There wasn't
I
a
did.
D
Oh, thank
there.
God.
Nope. I'm sorry. It looked like a nat 20 because I forgot to actually make it a dice rather than a,
That's okay. It looks like
number.
both a nat
Yep.
20 and a crit fail, both at once. That's
Okay, it's
11.
11.
Yeah, you have no idea. You
Couldn't
are
have done
hearing,
much worse.
Yeah, you are hearing approximately equal amounts of echo and crystal from both sides. Like, at least I'm not pointing you in the wrong direction. I will say, though, there are other things to discover in these caverns other than just the liquidized crystal. So don't
you
worry
wouldn't
too much.
you wouldn't just give us a bunch of tunnels and only one thing.
Yeah. Well,
Tsugi is squinting between the two of them. After like more than 10 seconds, you realize he's explicitly trying to keep looking between the two of them as if he's trying to decipher between the two of them. He has no fucking clue. He just doesn't want to look bad.
Any time today would be nice.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, the reason the ant will not help you is I actually made some changes after I posted that screenshot. So,
Tsugi, if you don't know the direction, then it would be more helpful to just tell us, and then we can decide other ways.
I can get it. It's just
All
Looks
right.
to one, looks to
Would
the
it
other.
help, perhaps, to venture a little way down one of the branches and see whether one continues to slope down further, or...
yeah, that's what my ears are saying would be a
Mhm,
decent
Uh-huh.
idea.
Okay. Let's
left or right? You can-
left,
Left. Okay.
just at random.
All right. In that case, you travel on for another couple of minutes, and then you you haven't reached another junction or anything, but you have reached a sharp slope upwards. So you notice down this minute there is a point where yeah, you're gonna have to do a little bit of scrabbling through the dirt for the next 10 or so minutes, from what you can guess, to continue upwards on this path here.
Okay, question. Are the walls still the opal, or have they gone to just rock again?
Still fancy and shiny.
This doesn't seem to be the direction we want to be going. If we head, we want to be heading down, not up.
Yeah,
Miss-
if you'd given me more than a second, I could have told you that. But
Uh,
since you wanted to go on,
With Frankie saying that, Ms. Foam, you do remember from the little bit that I did say before of sometimes to go down in a cave you need to go up first. But again, this could just be an up. Biff, how are you doing? It's getting a bit cramped here.
She's just going. I don't know. She's I mean, if there are like visible crystals in the walls, she's probably started like tapping on them as they
Yeah.
go.
Yeah, that's cool. Cool. I like that. Yep, got that.
She's not like obviously she's not breaking them out, but she's just
No,
like
they just tap tap. They make nice little pinging noises when you tap on them.
Frankie's got an 8 in perception. I'm not going to say anything.
Tap. tap tap. Like
Tsugi's gonna try his perception again.
Tuning fork.
Yep.
Did we have to go backwards?
No.
He's trying it right here first.
So whether you go back or whether you
You're
go
just
up.
shouting
Dang
up.
it! That's a nat 1.
Okay.
Where did you roll?
hazelnut.
Oh,
If-
I rolled in the
Fell
If
off
it's
the
in the
table.
hazelnut gallery,
I
it doesn't count.
Oh, thank
Fell
God.
off the table.
Yeah.
Do you want me to roll it again?
Yes.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure. Sometimes there's a rule that if you roll it, but sometimes the rule is only if you roll it in the place, so.
No, I can't be bothered digging through the hazelnut
Hooray,
gallery.
19!
All right, yeah. With a 19, you do another shout, and yeah, this does seem to go up for a while, but you notice these echoes are also going on a real long time. So this path does seem to at least go really far into the mountain. Not necessarily down, but it does seem to be deep.
I think just as a player thing, I think we should probably keep going.
Yeah. How high up is the straight path up?
I don't know because I did not make this map to scale.
It's fine.
Call
That's
it
okay.
like it's not like you're going to be scaling a wall. It's kind of like walking up a steep
It's
hill.
like 45 degrees.
Yeah, 45
30.
Yeah, call it 45 degrees sort of. It's you're going to have a bit of a time more crawling rather than walking.
Yeah,
but,
it's gonna be a scramble.
you can get
Okay.
up there.
Okay, do we? Yeah, we don't have to roll for it, do we?
So,
No.
here's
Actually,
my thinking, you guys. Oh, sorry.
I was
Go
gonna
ahead,
say,
Kai.
if you are going to be doing it, please roll me dexterity checks or athletics for Biff because Biff large and can probably carve her own steps into the rock as she walks.
Yeah, we should possibly just briefly untie ourselves for this, so that if one of us falls down, we don't, drag the rest of them.
Yeah.
The only one who's going to drag the rest of you guys falling down is if Biff falls down.
That is true.
That is-
That
If
is
others fall
true.
down, I think Biff is the anchor.
Yeah.
So
She's also in the
No,
back.
you know what we should actually do? We should have Biff go first
And
and just swap around.
do a shuffle.
And if Biff crushes all of us, that's the way we gotta go.
Yeah, that's how this campaign ends.
Okay.
Real quick, Tsugi's gonna say, okay, here's my thinking. I think we should continue on, but I have a reason. Before you say anything, Madame
listening.
Frankie, I think this is cramped enough. Not as many people will have gone this way, and I can hear that it continues on, so it's not gonna lead us straight to a dead end. So if we can go the way that less people have gone, since people have already pissed off the parts of the cavern that a lot of people have gone off on, probably, and we're just trying to get our kind of crystal that we need for a thing that's helping all of Toonmanity. And then we'll be leaving peacefully. I think this way is the way to go.
I would say that you're overdoing the politeness, but you can never be too careful in your case. All right then. Biff, darling,
Yeah.
would you mind terribly, just briefly, untying yourself from the rope, but keeping a good hold of it?
Yeah, okay.
Thank you very
She'll
much,
do that.
darling. She's not going to bother to explain why.
All right.
All right, is Biff going
Biff is
first?
holding
or Biff going
rope.
last?
Biff is now holding the rope. Biff can go first or last. It's just that, either, you're right. Biff is both an anchor and also, most likely to cause damage if falling. So if
Biff should
Biff falls, she
probably
can let
go
go.
last. Actually.
All right.
All
If
right,
you
you
fall,
guys
you'd
funeral.
at least fall on her and split the damage.
mhm.
Or we
Alright.
would just both take it. I don't know how Kai wants to do that, but
Yeah, give me dex or athletics for Biff. Just to
is
see
Biff
how
going first?
I assume that we were going with Biff last, since
Yeah.
you guys
Yeah,
said
yeah.
that was a better idea.
Yeah,
Okay.
Biff is there. You are
Everyone
there
go.
to catch people for when they fall. Tsugi, you make it, but it is a bit of a scramble. Like, you do have difficulty as you going up. A couple of rocks slip and probably pelt the others in the face, to be honest. But you get up safely.
The rock just falls into Miss Phone's face.
It just vanishes.
It's gone.
It just keeps going. You hear the continued echoing noises.
Oh my god.
Oh, Miss
Oh,
Foam.
Miss Foam.
Oh, 15.
Frankie's actually doing fine. Frankie's having a great time.
It's the hooves.
Ms. Foam, I think. Okay. Have you ever tried to all I can imagine is cube on slope. You push cube up slope. Cube slowly slides back down. You push cube up, so slowly sliding back down. Miss Foam's legs come out to go skitter, 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 and they're just kind of like staying in place.
Oh,
She's trying.
you can't get a grip on like the smooth crystal bits.
Yeah, pretty much.
Sw-
Can we pull her up?
Walk cycle.
I will not say, like, sorry, Tsugi and Frankie, you have not done quite well enough to be able. I don't know, Miss Foam's
Very
reasonably
light.
lightweight.
You're right. She's made of
Yeah,
branches.
You know what? I think if you two fucking cooperate when you get to
Oh boy, that's that done then.
when you get to a ledge, you may pull Miss Foam up if you choose and can cooperate.
I choose to pull Miss Firm up just because. Yeah.
Is Biff
Alright.
still holding? How high is this?
I'm gonna say it's like it's 60 feet at an angle of 45 degrees, so call it like 30 feet upwards.
Is Biff still like holding the rope? Did we tie
It's-
2 ropes together?
It's 50 feet of rope, so you wouldn't.
Well,
yeah,
Biff
no.
also
Biff,
had a 50-foot rope.
so
Mhm.
yeah, that'd be if you tied the ropes together. Then yeah, that would be enough that you can have some people at the bottom of the slope and some people at the top.
Tsugi is probably so like there's like the narrowing point. Does it then open up a little bit where they're able to like pause?
Yeah, there's like a ledge. So they basically you get to a bit where there's a small area where there's a bit of a flat ledge. You can kind of stop and catch your breath there for a moment before there's an even steeper slope.
Excellent.
Oh, good.
All right.
We're gonna have to roll decks again.
Is Biff coming up
Perhaps.
this first slope or
Yeah,
not?
a bit. Yeah, you might want to climb up there.
She's just waiting for someone to tell her what to do.
Oh, bless.
Hey, Biff,
Yeah.
you can come on up now. If you can grab Miss Phone on the way, that'd be great. If not, we'll pull her up.
Still skittering, stuck in that same animation loop.
Okay.
Yes,
Now, okay.
the
What Biff is
Foley
gonna
work.
do is probably like. That's what she's gonna try to do. I know that we are like, oh, it's living crystals, but Biff isn't thinking about this. She kind of like digs her hands in to the rock, like just to grip it, and
pull
starts like
yourself up.
going
Make
up.
your own ladder.
Yeah.
12.
Yeah.
For Biff.
Okay, good news is a
Poor
12
roll.
is high enough that you do get up, but you have difficulty with it. This rock seems to be a lot harder than you think it is, so you don't quite manage to dig your fingers and feet in as much as you'd think. But like, so you do get up, and just from how fucking strong you are, once you get to the top with everyone else, the three of you can work together and easily pull Miss
I was
Foam
gonna
up.
say, I think it's too narrow. So as Biff goes up, she just kind of like pushes Miss Foam up. There's no room for Miss Foam to go past.
Yes!
For her to go past Miss Foam.
Just fucking funneled in.
And the other two are like, oh god, pull her up.
Of the angel.
Alright, yep, you guys get up. Biff, it does take you time, because like 3 of you didn't get up ideally, it does take you 10 minutes to get up rather than the 5 minutes traveling that distance would normally be.
Yep.
And now you guys gotta go up an even steeper slope.
Yay!
So
Is guidance a cantrip?
Yes.
Can we have some guidance?
Only
mean,
one person
hang
can
on.
have it.
Oh,
Like-
okay, fine. Doesn't matter then.
Hang on. Can I roll perception to see if there's any smarter way that we could be doing this? Like, is there an ancient pulley or a way that we
is there
could,
a
like...
lift?
Ye old
No,
pulley.
I mean,
yeah.
like, is there at the top a pulley that you could, like,
Yeah, you know,
lasso
it's-
the rope around?
Ancient ski lift.
Okay, yeah, give me perception.
Perception.
I
Alright.
do have something Biff can cast that might help. It's not gonna help with the initial part, but
Okay.
Ooh, that's a
With
dirty
a 21.
21.
There is no pulley. However, you do actually see in some spots in the rock places where previous cavers have put their pitons and everything and actually dug them into the rock. So you could potentially be using those for grip, or if you wanted even more help, you could be grabbing out your own pitons to make a couple more footholds.
Okay. Tsugi does consider this and does, like, slowly look over. The screen slowly rolls over to the size of Biff.
It's her
And then he-
size.
And
She's
then he
large.
slowly looks back at the pitons. Can he roll and say, everybody brace, just stay put for a second. Can he roll to see how sturdy the old pitons are? Like just dex or something?
Investigation, I think, really. I suppose if you want to just jump on top of them, then I can tell you, but...
I
Jump
mean,
up and
here's
down
the
on it.
thing. If Biff's holding on to the rope, there's no reason to not do it aside from, like, maybe, I don't know, 3 points of damage at worst.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
sounds good to me.
he is going to say, Biff, hold on, everybody wait, and then start scrambling along the pitons, just seeing how stable they are currently.
Well, good news is, isn't even any wobble as you go up. Then they don't seem old and rusted. There's just kind of like old as in some caver didn't bring it back with them when they were going caving for whatever reason that may be.
Hey!
But they definitely strong enough to carry your weight. They're definitely strong enough to carry Frankie. Biff may need to be a tiny bit careful because large, but they shouldn't go like breaking off in her hand realistically.
Hooray! All right. We are going to. Can't believe I'm saying this. Work together as a team. He scrambles back down. I am going to try and get this up. Get this up. I'm gonna try to get up this carrying Miss Foam. Once again, you two stay here. Afterwards, we'll have Frankie try to get up, and then after that, Biff, you're gonna try and get up, but you're gonna need to be really careful with where you place your feet because the pitons are sturdy, but they're not like insanely sturdy. And I'm gonna be seeing if there are any extra places that I can put another foothold.
Biff just like nods.
Yeah, you get me, Biff. All right, Miss Foam, are you ready to be a backpack?
Yes.
Do little vines come out and
Yes.
make like backpack loops?
Yes. Yes.
Oh, bless.
You.
I mean, she
you-
is backpack shaped. Square.
She is.
Okay.
All right.
Do I have to roll with disadvantage? Do I have to roll
No.
minus something?
I would say if you are specifically using the pitons to get up, you'll have make me the same rolls, but you have advantage this time because you have shit helping you out.
20 plus
Miss
3.
Foam, you better give him a fucking guidance.
Yeah, get the guidance because you're going up first.
4.
But
And
you're
also,
going up
I'm
with.
carrying you, so I would hope you'd give me
Yeah.
guidance. And then, ooh, I'm glad I get advantage.
Yeah, because that weren't a good roll.
That-
That was a 10. Oh,
Oh
thank
yeah,
goodness.
17.
Yeah, that's enough that you have a pretty easy time getting up here now that you know what you're doing. Even with Ms. Foam in your back, it's an easy ride. So you get to the top nice and easy, which means you get to see what's on the other side first.
I've gone 8.
Hey!
You have advantage because you.
Oh, right, yeah. 13.
Okay, yeah, you're struggling on this one. You have a real hard time. It's going to take you a while to get up.
I've got chunky feet that keep slipping off.
Yep, sorry. But you do eventually get up, and you get to join Tsugi. And Biff, you're up last.
Yeah.
I hate how you're not telling us anything about what's in front of us until after we've made
Okay,
all
well, the
these
first
rolls.
one's a 23.
15.
Second one's a 12, so we'll take 23.
Biff
Are you
pirouettes
sure?
up.
Okay. Biff, that's astounding. Yeah, look, fuck those pitons. Like, you just do make yourself a fucking staircase as you are going up this thing. You basically ladder your way up as your feet go digging into this. Now that you're
Yep.
prepared, now that you know this is tough rock and you have to be digging into it that much harder, you have a
Yep.
great time. You also, however, do get to notice that as you are pulling your feet out of some of these little divots, tiny trickles of water start going down the holes.
Oh
And now we cut back to what Tsugi, Ms. Foam, and Frankie are seeing at the top, which is in front of you. Yes, more pathways to go down. The good news is, it is going down. Bad news is, you can't see shit because immediately after that it goes down, the pathway down is covered by water as this giant pool goes into the cave, like covers up these caverns and pathways. And if you want to keep going deep into these caves, you'll better be ready to hold your breath. And on that, I am ending this session.
Screaming.
Fuck.
I hate caves. I hate cave diving. Frankie's fine. I'm not. I hate this.
Where's my meme? Where is it?
This is going
Where is your meme?
swimmingly, says
Thank you,
Ha
Lewis.
Lewis.
ha 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 ha.
Thank you,
ha, ha.
Lewis.
Boo.
Lewis, that is terrible.
Get an inspiration point.
They don't know I don't have the light cantrip.
They don't. Oh, I don't have the light cantrip. It's the meme of the person standing in a corner at a party.
That's
Oh,
me
God.
in the
And it's got
corner.
Frankie's
It's
head.
got slap
Yeah, it's
Frankie's
got
face
Frankie's
over
head
it.
on it.
That's
Well-
me in the spotlight, not casting light cantrip.
She's not in the spotlight because she doesn't fucking have the cantrip.
Does
Okay.
everyone want to say goodbye? Bye.
Bye.
Bye.